Before we get started, remember this is just an opinion piece and is not meant to reflect the viewer or anybody else's opinion other than the channel owners themselves. If you would like to comment on the topic, do so below in the comment section. Just remain respectful. Thank you.
Welcome to X's Toy Universe. This is X, and we are very excited to talk about this new SCCC reveal of Commander Class Ultra Magnus from Transformers Studio Series 86. Now, this has been highly anticipated by a lot of people, and there has been speculation from a lot of people whether it would be a 2-mode Ultra Magnus, 2-mode meaning he just transforms from his car carrier mode to his Autobot mode, or it would be a 4-mode Ultra Magnus, which would basically include his white cab or Optimus Prime clone brother mode thing. So that was basically the speculation, but was sure, as far as we were concerned, is that because it's under the Studio Series 86 banner, that it would definitely be accurate to the animation. So that definitely was not a question. It was just a matter of how well it would have been executed. And as we can see, it was executed fantastically. So this figure looks great. I mean, there's minor, very, very minor, almost nitpicky issues that I can see and other people have seen with it. But otherwise, this can definitely be your definitive Ultra Magnus, whether in bot or cab mode. So pretty much everything you see is 100% animation accurate. It's got an even more animation accurate head than what we saw in Kingdom Ultra Magnus. Now, the thing about this, let's talk about the robot mode. So we've got here very nice clear eyes which have light piping behind them. So there's a clear, like literally clear plastic light piping on the back of his head, and it feeds into his eyes. I don't know how well that will work, but from just the basic photos that we saw, it doesn't look like the light piping is gonna be or the clear plastic is gonna be too bad, because like in some figures it tends to make them look dead. In Ultra Magnus's case, it seems okay. With regards to the rest of the figure, it seems to go with a bulkier aesthetic of Ultra Magnus. Now the thing is, with this particular design, you can either go the more slender route or the bulkier route. The thing is, either one is technically accurate to the animation depending on what cell you're looking at. But as far as the design is concerned, and actually I would say even the transformation, this seems to borrow a lot from Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. So I can particularly see that in the robot mode's feet, and also the alt mode's like upper section. So those are like the very, very obvious indicators that this may have like taken in some inspiration from the Masterpiece figure. Now, but the thing is, while this is a great figure, essentially, and I like it, it still is not what we were asking for. Well, here's the thing. There's two kinds of Ultra Magnus fans. The 2-mode Ultra Magnus fans and the 4-mode Ultra Magnus fans. And the thing is, we've seen the 2-mode Ultra Magnus done well. Like, up to now, Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus is a lot of people's choice. Like, they would not go with the Siege version, they would not go with the Kingdom version, they would go with the Combiner Wars leader, Ultra Magnus. Now, forgive me if I start calling him a Voyager, because I'm still in that headspace where, you know, he seems small for a leader size. I know that's old school thinking, but yeah. If I ever slip into saying Voyager again, just bonk me on the head or whatever. As far as 2-mode Ultra Magnus is concerned, that's been done really well, executed really well. And 4-mode Ultra Magnus, well, Hasbro tried, but I think out of all the characters, Ultra Magnus is the only one that's really been shafted, regardless of them attempting to do it a couple of times. He's never looked good the way they tried to do him. So they did try to do 4-mode Ultra Magnus in Siege. That sort of worked because it's a Cybertronian mode, so no problem. That it borrows from RID, and it mixes a bit of G1 into it, but essentially it's an entirely new design, right? So yeah, sure, whatever, that works. But the thing is, when they did Kingdom, they just basically reused whatever they had with Siege Ultra Magnus and just retooled everything and kind of tried to give it, you know, that G1 wash, but essentially it's not it. So a lot of people essentially just went, yeah, this is not what we want out of a 4-mode Ultra Magnus figure. So let's just say, you know, Siege is okay. Let's leave Siege out of this. Let's talk about Kingdom Ultra Magnus. That was not a successful foray into Ultra Magnus. It actually led a lot of people to think, and I saw this a bunch of times when we were talking about this over the last couple of days. People started to think that if we do a 4-mode Ultra Magnus the way it's done, then it would sacrifice proportion, articulation, etc., etc. So many sacrifices were to be made. But here's the thing. With regards to Ultra Magnus 4-mode, the reason a lot of people expected this is because, number one, we've already gotten a Combiner Wars Leader Class Ultra Magnus. And that was a pretty tall figure. Taller than your Studio Series 86 Grimlock, which is what people are saying this new Ultra Magnus is. But at the same time, we've also gotten 4-mode Ultra Magnuses in terms of Siege and Kingdom. And those were also leader price points. I'm not talking about the size of the plastic. I'm talking about the complexity of the engineering and the heft of the plastic, or the amount of plastic, the complexity of the figure. Now, let me just point something out real quick. The reason people were expecting that this was going to be a 4-mode Ultra Magnus is because we've done 2-mode Leader Ultra Magnus. We've done 4-mode Ultra Magnus twice. I would even argue that, you know, it's several times at this point with all the reuse, Galaxy Primes, Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, etc., etc. All of those use basically the same mode. It's been done. So why is it that we are getting a 2-mode Ultra Magnus at a Commander class price point? Now, bear in mind, the last Commander class figures that we got were trucks as well. Motormaster and Armada Optimus Prime. Now, both Motormaster and Armada Optimus Prime were solid AF. The Motormaster cab and the Motormaster trailer were packed with engineering, packed with plastic. The Armada Optimus Prime cab also packed with engineering and packed with plastic, and it's its own converting robot, same as Motormaster essentially. But then you can combine it to become, you know, a super mode. Now, a lot of people are saying, okay, why are we expecting Ultra Magnus to be 4-mode when in Studio Series he's supposed to be mimicking whatever was in Transformers the movie? It's because of the Commander class price point. Now, if this was a Leader class price point, I would accept it. Now, keep in mind, again, Motormaster and Armada Optimus Prime, both of them are hefty, solid cabs and trailer combination. Ultra Magnus is a hollow cab and a hollow trailer. Now, people are saying, yes, but he can hold cars. Guys, it's supposed to hold cars. Come on. And again, I know I'm getting up in my feelings here, but at the end of the day, this is just how I feel. How you feel, I understand. But you can share in the comments below. Just try to be respectful. But what I'm saying is, guys, I personally don't think this is a Commander class price point because this is a hollow alt mode combining into something that's just going to be, you know, Leader class, essentially. So I don't understand why it's priced at a Commander class. If they called it Leader class Ultra Magnus, there would be no expectations. I would not argue at all. I am not trying to push for this to be a Commander class Ultra Magnus 4-mode just because I want the 4-mode. I'm just saying it's fair for all of us if that was the case. Now, some people are saying, oh, but the engineering. Guys, it's been done before. I was able to show you guys that New Age was able to pull pretty much the same number of steps in their trailer in order to make the armor from the trailer or the car carrier. Now, am I still gonna get this? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm just saying, I wish it wasn't a Commander class price point. I'd feel better if it was not $80 to $90. Am I still gonna get it? Yes, because I get everything Ultra Magnus. I'm just saying, guys, you know, recognize it, right? Like, recognize when something's a bit off. Now, I understand that some people are like, oh, but the play features, the car carrier. Guys, of course, it's gonna carry cars if it's hollow. That's the intent. Oh, but it breaks apart to simulate his death in the movie. Have you guys not noticed that there's this weird obsession with dying Transformers recently? I'm just pointing that out. And that's not a play feature anyone asked for. Come on. So anyway, just the fact that it's a hollow alt mode, which kind of shows you what you're getting in terms of plastic and engineering that we've seen before in other figures. Masterpiece, Iron Factory, New Age, whichever. I'm saying I wish it was 4 modes. If you were going to give me Commander class, I would not complain if it was Leader class. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm not saying let's spark a debate whether it should be 2-mode Ultra Magnus or 4-mode Ultra Magnus. It's understood. There are 2-mode Ultra Magnus guys. There are 4-mode Ultra Magnus people. So that's fine. No problem there. Now, in terms of accessories, we get his welding gun and we get his blaster, which actually somebody pointed out to me that the blaster is movie accurate as well as toy accurate. Thank you for that. Completely missed that. But yeah, just these 2 tiny accessories and this blast effect essentially is what we're getting. I don't know, guys. It's a great figure. It's definitely, it's not the figure that's the issue. It's the price point. It's the class. Not even size class at this point, just complexity and number of parts and engineering. Okay, I know that people worked hard on this and I actually like it, but I don't know. I guess I'm just airing out my opinion. Now, some people may be like, don't say anything if you don't like it, just don't buy it. Guys, we would not be a proper YouTube channel if we didn't comment on these things. Come on. And you wouldn't be on Facebook forums if you didn't want to comment on these things. Obviously, you would comment. Anyway, so yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a great figure. I like it. There's a bit of mess on the shoulders for some reason, but I figure that's a necessary thing in order for it to be able to hold the Matrix. Sure, whatever. I understand that. Well, what are your thoughts? I want to hear your thoughts, but please try to be respectful. During the discourse over the weekend, there's been just a lot of people, throwing names around and being not as respectful in the discourse when we could be, right? We could be. I mean, you can disagree with me all you want. You can agree with me all you want and disagree with the other people in the comments, but try to be respectful, guys. This is one of those high-octane topics when it comes to Transformers, and we don't need to be in our feelings about it with each other. Just, with a figure, perhaps. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been X from X's Toy Universe. Follow me at X_Pajo on socials. Like and subscribe and ring the bell button for notifications. Till next time, peace out.